Nothing says love like blasting chocolate with ionizing radiation. Stick around. Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Josh Jarvis, and love is in the air as we celebrate that extra special holiday most likely invented by greeting card companies to boost the post-Christmas slump. Valentine's Day. Today, with the help of some of my friends in the radiology department, we'll explore the radiologic appearance of some of the most classic Valentine's Day gifts. Because when it comes to love, it's what's inside that counts. So let's look inside with X-rays.
All right, so now we're here with Brooke. She's a radiology tech that's going to be helping me out. You may recall Brooke was on our Christmas video as well. She did a great job there. So let's take a look at some pictures. But first, Brooke, I want to ask you, is there anyone special in your life?
My parents.
Your parents? No
boyfriend.
No boyfriend? Well, that's okay, because this is what I want you to do.
Okay.
Tonight, I want you to go home. I want you to eat whatever you want for dinner. I want you to watch whatever you want on TV. After that, I want you to sit in complete silence for a good long time. And then tomorrow morning, I want you to sleep in for as long as you want.
All right, I can do that.
Because someday, someone special is going to come along, and you'll never be able to do any of those things again. I heard that you are a world-renowned botanist with over 400 scientific papers on the topic of floriculture. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, okay. Because I just made that up, so that's that's good. So what we're going to do is we X-rayed that classic Valentine's gift, or I guess a gift for any occasion. We X-rayed some flowers, and we're going to play a little game where we're gonna take a look at the pictures of the flowers and see if we can identify what they are. Okay. I only know about 2 flowers.
Yeah,
So you could probably say whatever you want, and it'll be okay. All right, so let's take a look at this one here. We can look at these here for reference if you'd like. So this, what do you see here?
It looks like a lot of petals coming off, or it must be petals.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
One of those?
the white one. Yeah.
One of these little white ones here? Yeah, that's a good thought. A lot of the white ones have like sort of more branching stems though. I think it might be this one here. Do you know what that one's called?
Daisy, or no?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's a pink flower. Okay, so here's the next one. What do we see here? It's sort of a kind of a grouping.
I think this one would be the white flowers.
Okay, yeah, I think I agree. There's sort of the branching here. I can take them out so we can see. Sort of this is what we're thinking. And moving on, how about this one here? We can get this closer so you can see.
Looks more rounded at the bottom,
Mhm.
so it looks kind of like a rose.
Like a rose. Yeah, I think you're right there. So, do you know what the different colors of roses mean?
No.
So I looked it up, and all the different colors have different meanings. If you get a bouquet of roses of a certain color, you can interpret that. So red is love, passion. White it says purity, innocence. Dark pink is appreciation and gratitude. Light pink, admiration, sympathy. Yellow, joy, delight, friendship. So, like if you were hoping that someone was into you and you got a bouquet of yellow roses, I think that you'd be pretty bummed. Coral. Yellow with red tip. Have you even seen a yellow with a red tip?
Never.
That's friendship and falling in love. And then a black rose means that you write a lot of depressing poetry and do all your shopping at Hot Topic. So, all right, so let's move on. Let's do something else. Let's take a look at some stuffed animals. That's another common Valentine's gift here. Okay, so that's this. We did this teddy bear here, and that's what we're seeing. What do you think of that? It's kind of interesting.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, I can see his eyes are there, and wondering if there's a there is something inside. I did not know. Honest to goodness, I did not know that there was something inside it. But there's like there's like a hard thing in there, and you can see it right here.
Yeah.
Right here. I don't know what that is. Maybe it made noise at some point.
Maybe, yeah.
Anyway, so that was that one. And then we'll move on to this one. And this one is actually, so it's kind of a Hello Kitty with a bee costume. And it's cool. You can kind of see it has the wings, the wire wings, and it has these little antennas. That's sort of what that wire is there. This was actually a request from my wife before we were married, certainly before we had children. She wanted me to go to Build-A-Bear workshop and get her a Hello Kitty with a bee costume. I had never been to Build-A-Bear. I was vaguely, aware that they had sort of this gimmick where you go and you can make a bear or whatever. But I thought you could just go in and be like, okay, I want that one off the shelf, and then walk away. But no, I had to go through the whole thing. I had to stand in line with all the other small children, and I had to. They gave me this wishing heart that I had to make a wish and blow on it, and stick. Yeah, I'm a full grown man in Build-A-Bear by myself doing this. I had to fill out the birth certificate. Anyway, I would never do that sort of thing for her ever again. So that was, honey, that was the peak. So now we're here with Aaron, radiology tech, and one of the other stars of the Christmas video. And we're going to take a look at a few more Valentine's gifts. But first, I wanted to talk a little bit about Cupid. So I get, I can understand the, half-naked baby with wings and, deadly weapon part of it. That's fine. I can even kind of get past the creepy, getting hit with an arrow and losing your, romantic free will part. But I've got some questions, and maybe you can help me out. Who changes Cupid's diaper?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
How many arrows does each person get? Is it just one?
Probably unlimited.
Unlimited?
Mm-hmm.
So you can fall in love unlimited number of times? Can you fall in love without Cupid?
I think so.
So what's his job then? What if he misses? What if you can only have one arrow and then he misses, and then
It just wasn't meant to be, I guess.
what if he has a bad day and he hits the wrong person?
And you're screwed.
Yeah. So I was talking to Brooke about it. Aaron, do you have a special someone for Valentine's Day?
I do.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
And how long have you guys been together?
A little over 5 years.
5 years? Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Has there been any talk of, I don't know, walking down any particular aisles or anything like that?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. Well, I've got a surprise for you today. Down the hall, a certain someone is waiting, and they have a special question to ask you.
Really?
I think it's another one of the texts, and they might want to switch a shift with you. I'm not sure, though.
Okay.
All right, let's look at some pictures of stuff. So, candy. We x-rayed some classic Valentine candy here. And we started out with these little shocky message hearts. So let's take a look at the x-ray there. If I'm going the right way here. You can see there's nothing too exciting. They're just sort of kind of uniformly dense.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody like these?
Not that I know of.
At some point in time, I mean, these are classic, right?
Mhm.
Like every Valentine's Day they're out there. At some point in time, these were really popular, or people really like these.
Mhm.
If you can go back in time where the bar is that low, where you can have, where you could invent like a barely edible, chalky thing that says, text me on it, you'd be like a billionaire.
Mhm.
So that's those. There's not much to see on the X-ray, just sort of little dense hearts there. Let's move on. So my understanding is you are deathly allergic to nuts. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. It makes it more dramatic if you say
Mhm.
yes. Okay, so we're going to take a look at these and see if we can find any of these chocolates here that might have nuts that we should avoid, or see if we can figure out what's inside them. I would make a Forrest Gump reference,
Mhm.
but that movie is 25 years old, and you probably weren't even born then.
I have seen it, but I wasn't born 25 years ago.
So this is the first one. It's just sort of, a standard box of chocolates here. And is there anything we can gather from this box here?
This one looks like it might have some like sort of drizzle on it.
Yeah, that's.
Chocolate drizzle or something.
Oh yeah, that's a good pickup there. I see there's like little lines across it. Yeah, I'm not necessarily seeing anything dense that looks like nuts.
This
Oh.
one maybe a little.
You know what? I think I agree with you. That one's sort of in the middle, kind of
Mhm.
second from the bottom there. There's maybe a little bit of a round thing here. I'm going to check this out and see if the drizzle is correct. There is drizzle. So you're right there. I'm going to try this one with nuts, I think,
Alright.
and see. I would have you try it, but you're allergic.
That's probably better.
Mm-mm.
No nuts?
That's weird. It might be just like a lump of chocolate or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. Here's the next one. Just sort of another standard box of chocolates here. This one's a little more interesting. What do we see here?
Looks like these might be jelly beans or something that have fallen out.
That would make sense because they don't look like they're, inside, you can tell where the chocolates
Mhm.
are because they're kind of rounded or square. These kind of do look loose. I think I
This
agree.
one looks like it's not in its spot.
Yeah, that one's not. Yeah, they need to work on their quality control here at the Whitman sampler factory. All the things are busting loose there. I was hoping that these round things might be nuts, but maybe maybe nuts just aren't that dense on X-ray. Well, let's open it up and see what we got. See if we got jelly beans. Close. They're like chocolate covered somethings. And this one here looks like it. Here, we've got the guide here. This one is. These are chocolate covered peanuts, so they are nuts.
Mm.
So they're like that makes sense. There's like an almond cluster here. That's that one
Okay.
below the chocolate covered peanuts. Can't really tell from there, but anyway, so that's that one. Then we've got this sort of rectangular one. Now this one, I was hoping that it would be interesting. It says nut, chewy, and crisp centers, so I was hoping for some variety in the densities there. And what do we see?
This one maybe has something.
Yeah, I think to a certain extent, maybe we're getting a little bit fooled by like the chocolate drizzle clumps on top.
Oh yeah.
Because you can see like there's a bunch of these other ones that have stripes that are like the chocolate drizzle as
Mhm.
well. And anyway, so you've got your flowers and your candy, stuffed animals. But when you want to take it to the next level, of course, you've got to do what? What do we have here?
Earrings.
Jewelry, right? And if you want to go one further, you do this, right? I tell you what. So obviously this is like an engagement ring, and here we've got another picture that's some wedding bands there. Marriage is great because you no longer have to pretend that you're interesting and charming, and then you can just wear sweatpants all the time. It's wonderful.
Thanks again to Aaron and Brooke for helping us out. I hope everybody has a great Valentine's Day filled with love and overpriced candy and toys of questionable quality. And thanks again for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, first comes love, then comes marriage, then comes tiny humans complaining about how the seams on their socks don't feel quite right. So before we go, let's take a look at some x-rays related to those little bundles of joy that make life so much more complicated. I'll see you next time.